All right, we should be live and direct. Let me adjust some of my light and stuff here. Man, I need to get here and clean the studio up, man. Yeah, I need to get here and clean this studio up, man. All right, so give me a minute. Let me make sure that we are streaming like we're supposed to be streaming. Let's make sure we are live at the chat, man. Lot going on, lot going on, lot going on, lot going on. All right, let's see. All right, so it looks like we're good, man. It looks like we're good. Um, what's up? What's up? How you guys doing? Um, this your man Orville J. Parker, aka Coach, guys. Welcome to today's broadcast, today's stream. If you are a first-time viewer, I want to thank you for coming out, showing some support. If you are a loyal viewer, you guys know I love you, man. Thanks for plugging into the content. And thank you for your continuous support. All right, guys. So today I'm gonna be talking to you guys in general um, about how to create a business around your content. And yeah, this is something, guys, that I'm very passionate about. This whole content creation game. You guys know I love it. I love it because anybody can get started. Anybody can launch a content business once they understand what what that entails and they think through how they're going to monetize their content. So when we talk about content, we talk about videos, we talk about sharing pictures, we talk about text posts, we talk about podcasts. Or you guys follow what I'm saying? So any and every kind of content. Now, me myself, I have a tendency to stick more now towards photos and writing, and then I do a lot of video content. That's my choice. That's what I do, and I love it, guys. I love it. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna kind of talk to you guys about how to properly look at content and how to understand that when it comes to content creation there is no rules. All right. There is no right way to do it. And I was looking at a piece of content the other day. Dame Dash had went on the Breakfast Club with DJ Envy, Charlemagne the God, and Jess. I think her name Jess Hysterical, hysterical, whatever her name is. But he was on there, and they had a very heated conversation to the point to where after a while, Dame just got up and left. I guess he had said what he wanted to say. But what he was doing was he was addressing some things that was said by the show host, right? And I was sitting there and I was looking at it. I said, okay, well, this is a radio show, but the only way I've ever interacted with that show has been via video. So I watched the video version of it. And I was thinking about how Dame Dash, here's this figurehead that literally had a huge impact on hip hop with Rockefeller Records, Jay Z, Kanye, all that. And this guy has been seeing his peaks and valleys ever since Rockefeller dissolved. And Dame's whole brand, all his content exists digitally. We're talking about on social media, on the internet. He has his own network that he was building out called America New is what it's called. And it was just crazy watching them interact, and I was like, "Okay, well, Dame, his content reaches the airways when he jumps on a show like that to like YouTube and things like that, then all the way back down to TikTok and Instagram and things like that." And I was sitting there thinking about it, and I say, "Man, what a wonderful feeling to be in total control of your content and your brand and your business to where you can move how you want to move and you can say what you want to say." And that's what I love about content in this game of content, this business model of content, because you literally could build a business around any type of content, any type of interest. Some of the most niche down, very narrow focus, obscure niches and things that you could talk about. You can attract an audience online because most likely there's somebody else out there that likes that. And if you have 100 true friends, or 100 true followers, or 100 people that buy into your content and your vision, you could build a business off that. It doesn't take a lot. One of the things that I'm seeing now when it comes to content is really getting people to remove their blinders, really getting people to remove the walls, right? The limitations, and really go in there and open their minds up to what content is and how they can use content, and how they can monetize content. And I'm gonna kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, let's say for instance, like one of the things that I'm dabbling with is AI films. You guys know I own Avatar Pop Studios, where we create custom AI generated avatars and branding for companies, and we are moving into working with video. I've worked with certain small animations in the past, but I'm looking to get in and really learn how to create some really cool things with AI animations. All right. And I was thinking about this the other day, and this is where you can build it with content creation. You can be you could be an everyday individual. You're at home, and let's say I'm a build out you guys this content business, what it would look like. All right. So let's say, for instance, you come up with a brand. You say, okay, well, look, I want my brand. Let's use my brand, Avatar Pop. Okay. So I got the brand Avatar Pop. All right. So I got the brand. Now, what do I do with the brand? Well, I create content. And what kind of content do I create? I create art, digital art. I create Pixar style art, and then photorealistic art. And then I focus on content, creating content and leveraging social media. Okay. Now, with that brand there, I could do a lot. I could make everyday content that I push to social media where I'm entertaining, educating, or I'm inspiring, right? And I could do that all day long. Okay. But then I could do like I'm doing, where I have a service. So if you want to have something created, that's a say like a Pixar style avatar, or if you want to go in and you want us to work with cloning your image via photos and then training an AI so you could be able to create custom um, versions of photos and stuff using our system and our strategies, then you could do that, and we'll charge you a fee for that. But then also on top of that, hold on, I can create things. So, like in my case, I own a small publishing company, so I create educational products that show people how to create content, different ways to think about monetizing your content, how to get in and create the systems that allow you to be able to sell your content, whether it's an ebook, a course, checklist, template, training, coaching, things like that. All right. But I could say, okay, well, look, I'm gonna put an ebook out, and this ebook is going to talk about this. All right. And I'm gonna put this ebook out, but I'm only going to charge $1 for the ebook. Okay. And I literally can do that and make money. Because let's say, for instance, that the content I create gets me views. And let's say, for instance, I create a video a day talking about something of value, and I tie it back into that dollar ebook. And I can literally create content and deploy that on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. And let's say that I make 3 pieces of content a day that I deploy to social media, and that content leads back to this dollar ebook. Now, guys, I can get to a point to where I'm selling 10, 50, 100 of those ebooks a day for $1. And $1 doesn't seem like that's a lot. But if you went in and I sold 50 of those ebooks a day for $1 a piece, that's $50 a day. That's 1,500 a month. If I sold 100 of them a day, that's $100 a day, 3,000 a month. If I sold 10 a day, that's $10 a day, $300 a month. So something as that simple as me creating a free guide, report, or ebook. Let's don't say free, a super inexpensive guide, report, or ebook around a certain topic or a certain problem, and I sell it via my content. And let's say, for instance, I only do 10 a day when I get done. That $300, man, you can leverage that into capital that you invest into another business idea and keep it going like that. You could take the 300, man, and go buy your car. I mean, it's crazy to think about it, but you can take content and something you sell. In this case, I tell everybody digital products because you don't have to worry about sourcing, you don't have to worry about manufacturing, and you own and control the supply chain. All right. But you could take your everyday content, talk about something, figure out a problem that your audience is having, create a solution for it, and then if you didn't want to charge a lot, charge a little, charge $1. I mean, if you go out and you sell 10 a day, 15 a day, 20 a day, you didn't just create a $300 to $600 income stream. And you can literally do this in about an hour and something a day. I mean, an hour and something total time in. Um, Creating content doesn't take a lot of time. You can get in, shoot a short 1-minute video, 3-minute video, and maybe like a 10-second reel, and you're done. You're in and out. And think about that. So now, as a content creator, you can sit around, you can talk about anything you want to talk about, and then you can figure out a way to monetize it by marketing, by creating, acquiring, or marketing a digital product. Now, another example would be if you're into films, like I tell you guys, I'm trying to get into these AI films. I can create a small, I can create a small animation, say 20 minutes long, all right, 25 minutes long, and it's a story. And I could turn around and make that story available online for $1 or $5. Not a whole lot. Super easy to interact with and super cheap. But again, I could put this story out, or say I'm creating a series. And let's say with this series, it's going to be, each series is going to be 10 minutes long under a brand. All right. I can promote it on social media. Then when it's time to upload and release that series, I can sell it for $1. So again, if I'm doing this once a month and I get 1,000 people throughout the month, so we're talking about 30 a day, come in and say, okay, look, I want to buy a copy of this month's series, and they can pay that $1 and they get access to that series, and you are making money and you're never charging anybody over $1. Okay. So that's the beauty, man. That's the beauty of AI. That's the beauty of content. That's the beauty of internet, because AI will give you the tools to create what you're creating, and then the content will give you the platform. So you make the content, you share things on social media, you get attention. All right, you attract hopefully your ideal audience, your ideal tribe to you, and then you create digital products that you sell to them for super cheap. Doesn't take a lot. All right, Orville J. Parker, aka Coach. Hopefully, you guys got something from that. You can make money around your content, man. You just got to think outside the box. You can sell directly for your content, like I do sometimes. You can sell indirectly, like when you guys go to the description on this video, go all the way down to the bottom. You're going to see a link to an offer that I have. Okay, and so that's the power of content. You can jump on, you can put content out there every day to start building your personal brand and building your authority, your position in the marketplace. And then you can sit down and you can come up with some very unique ways to be able to create some type of commerce around your content, but you don't have to go out here and charge what people traditionally charge. I remember there was a guy named Tory Lanez. He's a rapper, singer, and he's an independent, and he's been fighting against the industry. And I remember right before he went to jail, he put out his independent album, and he did that, and he put it out with an NFT. All right, and I think he charged $1 for that album. But I want to say that album sold out very fast. I want to say like in a week. All right, at $1 a piece, and he made $1 million off of releasing that album, all independently. All right. That's the content business, guys. That's the content game. Start a podcast, start a video show, share pictures with the information, share video. All right. Orville J. Parker, aka Coach. I'll catch you guys on the next video. God bless.